Hey y'all, it's Carrie Keeper, and today I want to share a sweet, sweet testimony with you. It was definitely a highlight of my week. But before I do that, I want to share a couple of other things to put it all into perspective. Number one, most of you don't know that I went against my publisher's advice when I entitled my book, No Other Gods. In their professional opinion, the title didn't encompass the whole book. And you know what? It doesn't. They were right. But my full intent was to caution players and coaches and parents not to allow the game of basketball to be an idol or a god. So I left the title as is. My deepest desire is this, that individuals, no matter what your passion, would consider the question, has my passion, no matter how good it is, become my idol? I devoted the first 2 chapters of No Other Gods to this very important question in a way that basketball fans could relate to. And then the remaining 10 chapters present biblical lessons and practical applications for basketball and life. But there was something that was gnawing at me. What if the reader wasn't a Christian? I knew that the applications were relatable for non-Christians too, but in fact, I actually had one of my favorite ballers who isn't a believer yet help edit some lessons, and she gave some really great feedback. But for me, the book would be useless if I didn't clearly present how you could come to know Christ. So I wrote a book within the book called The Fundamentals that clearly shares in a basketball-related way how the reader can come to know Jesus Christ as his or her personal Lord and Savior. Well, just as coaches use timeouts to relay important information, I called an extended timeout to discuss these fundamentals. Fundamentals that are equally as important for believers as they are for individuals who are discovering Jesus for the very first time. And that brings me to this sweet testimony I was telling you about. Since the end of October, I've been leading an amazing group of high school athletes through the No Other Gods Bible study. Well, this week we finished up with fundamental number 5. I've made a formal commitment. Now what? As I was preparing for this lesson on Sunday morning, I was smack in the middle of reviewing my notes on baptism and why as believers we're called to be baptized when a text came in on my phone. It was the mother of one of the athletes, and the text read, I know it's very last minute, but my girl is getting baptized this morning and wanted to invite you. Wow, I got up right away. Listen, you guys, when an athlete makes a commitment to a college program, they typically make their decision public, and on signing day, they have a host of witnesses show up to celebrate the big day. Well, this weekend, I got to witness an incredibly gifted athlete publicly declare her commitment to Jesus Christ through water baptism, a decision that will go far beyond any college commitment she may ever make. I wanted to end today by sharing a short clip that preceded her baptism. And as I prepared to witness this baptism and listen to the pastor as he spoke, I heard an echo of what the Lord led me to write in No Other Gods. Enjoy the short clip and have a wonderful and happy, safe Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Hey, how many believe there's nothing that God cannot do? How many believe that? Nothing is too hard for God. He's greater. I was, in fact, last night looking at Exodus 18. It says God is greater than all the gods. And you know, the truth is, we have gods. There are gods, and maybe you had a God, and maybe you still have a God, but here's what's happening today. People that are being water baptized are saying, we have no other gods but the one whose name is Jesus. And today, they're giving testimony that Jesus is the Lord of their life. As Jesus said, if you can't confess me before men, I can't confess you before the Father. I know a lot of secret, private Christians. And if you were to say, have you told anybody? Like, oh no, I can't tell anybody. Well, the Bible tells us, Jesus said, I can't tell the Father who you are.